So please mute those mics. And there we go. We're up on. There we go. All right. Let's go and get started. All right, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Doing good.
Great.
Good, Mr. Butler.
Great. Trying to turn my recording on. There we go. Record the cloud. All right. Good evening, everybody. Tonight is Wednesday night, and normally we have Wednesdays Q&A, and that's what we're having tonight. Questions and answers. We're going to try and make this short, sweet, maybe an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. It's not going to be very long. Currently, we're having some thunderstorms here in Tallahassee, Florida. I don't know what's going on. It was beautiful earlier today, and now the wind has picked up. The rain is coming down, and so we're going to try and make this short and sweet. Got a couple of announcements, real quick. First of all, I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, and our people over at YouTube. We want to acknowledge you all. Thank you all again for showing up. We've got some people already logged on to the YouTube there. Mr. James Best, the other trucker, and Addicted to Pretty, and Cassandra Hines. So thank you all for joining us. We want to say hello to all of you all, and we appreciate you all tuning in to our YouTube channel. And tonight is Q&A. It's all Q&A. So let me get back over to our site. Okay. And let's go ahead and start sharing our screen so we can get some stuff out here. And also, let me go ahead and start to hold on. Let me get my screens up here. There we go. And let me go ahead and start to and let me share our computer sound. All right, so we're ready. All right, tonight is Q&A and all questions and answers. But first, we've got some announcements to make. So bring y'all up to speed on some stuff. I have finished my research of the MWR, and I've concluded that it is a great product, it's a great service, and they have a great business model. So we are moving full steam ahead with that. I've already signed up with them, as you all can see. This is, matter of fact, let me show you my particular page here. It is MWR Financial /Assurance USA. And this is, there it is right there. As you all can see there. It will pop up here in just a second. I guess it's still rotating. Internet is kind of slow here tonight for whatever reason, because we're having these storms. But as you can see, hold on, is that the right? Is my services? Let me make sure we got the right one here. MWRfinancial.com / yes / Assurance USA. That's it. Okay. So there we are. As you all can see, we have our website up and everything. We're able to access our back office tools and things of that nature. Now, here's what's going to happen. For those of you who are interested in doing the MWR business model, if you are interested in doing it, contact me starting tomorrow. You can either, I would prefer you gave me a call, or I'm sorry, I would prefer you shoot me an email over to calvin.butler@nocheapfreight.com. And then Make sure you leave your phone number you can be contacted at and your email address. What I am going to do is I'm going to be calling you all. I'm going to call the branch owners first. Okay, I'm going to start calling the branch owners first. And when I call you all, I am going to be prepared to send you the $219, whatever the startup cost is. I'm going to be prepared to send that to you, either through your Cash App or through Square or through your PayPal or through however you want me to send it. Or we can go to westernunion.com and send it to you by Western Union. Okay, so I'll be prepared to send that to you all, and then I will also give you all a link to where I want you to go sign up at, because I don't want y'all all, because I don't want everybody signing up underneath me. Okay, that's not how this works. Okay, I don't want all these personal signups right underneath me. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna call the first 3 people. I'm gonna get them signed up. Then I'm gonna call the next 9 on that list, and I'm gonna have, when I call that next 3, I'm gonna give them the link to the first person that signed up from that first 3. When I call the next 3 after that, I'm gonna give them a link to the second person that signed up so they can sign up underneath that person. And I'm gonna call the next 3, and I'm gonna give them the link to the third person that signed up. Once I get that done, I'm gonna go to the 9, right? The 3, 3, and 3. That's 9 now. I'm gonna go to that 9, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and call up 3 more people, put them on that first person, on that second set of 9, the third set of 9, and so on and so on. And that's how it's gonna go. Okay, because I don't want everybody all signed up right, just underneath me. I want to give everybody someone in their downline. So you will have your first 3 you need. And then after that, all you got to do is make 1 membership sale. That's it. Get 1 person to take advantage of these expertise and get these people to working for them in improving their financial situation, their credit, changing their tax liability so that they can take home more money and they have more money to invest, and help them to start their investment strategies to help get them on their way to financial freedom. Okay. Now, here's what I like about this program. Most programs tell you that the business opportunity is the way to reach your financial goals and to become financially healthy and to become financially independent. This platform does something different. Yes, you can become, secure and have a business that you're running, and you can make tons of money with it. But with this platform, that is not the only way for you to achieve your financial goals. In other words, for someone who just wants to have the experts to help them to change their tax profile so that they can take home more money and not have to pay so much in taxes, and the money that they're saving them, they have those same experts to show them how to invest that money, guide them. It's like having your own team of financial experts for just $79 a month. They can, take care of some issues that's going on with your credit, to raise your credit scores. Who here couldn't benefit from their credit scores going up? Okay. I mean, my goal is to get mine back to 850. All right. So I've got some stuff I need to get worked on my credit so I can get mine back up to that 850. And who here, can't use extra money in their paycheck? Who here can't stand who here can't benefit from their tax liability being lowered? Who here can't benefit from a group of investment experts who are going to help you to find the things to invest that money in, thus creating the financial wealth that you're looking for? So this particular product is not like most multi-level marketing type products and platforms. Most every other platform tells you that in order for you to be financially secure and financially fit and achieve your financial goals, you gotta be part of the business. You gotta work the business side of it. This says no, you can do either or you can do both if you want to really go for it. Well, I really want to go for it, so I'm doing both. And I'm thinking all of you all want to do the same thing. So that's why we would go ahead and pay for your startup costs on your business side, and go ahead and take care of getting you started up on the membership. Now, the reason why we are contacting you all and we are basically sending you the money, because we don't want to get into the same situation we got into the last time where our corporate card is on everybody's account. Okay, so we're not even gonna go down that road again. So we're gonna contact you all while we have you on the phone. We're gonna go ahead and send you the money. All right. Then you're gonna take your own card, your own debit card, or whatever the case may be, and then you're gonna go over to the link that that I'm sending you to, so you can sign up underneath that person. Now, that's how it's gonna work. Does everybody understand that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So that's how it's gonna work. So, branch owners, I'm gonna be calling you all first. That's what I'm gonna be doing tomorrow and Friday. I'm gonna be calling everybody. Hopefully, I get to all the branch owners on tomorrow. And then Friday, we'll start working on the rest of everyone else to get them all lined up properly. So all of you all will have your downline started. Okay. All right. So that's that. I am putting the finishing touches on the counter contract for ORDP. We should have that in place and ready for him to send out by tomorrow morning. And Saturday we will have Mr. Bean and the other founding partner from MWR on Saturday morning. There's still a possibility we may also have Mr. Brian from ORDP. He may be on too as well. If not, he'll probably be on next Saturday. Okay. So we've got a pretty full docket, and I've got some stuff I got to catch up on too. So y'all just bear with me, and we're trying to get caught up on some stuff. So, all right. So let's go right into our Q&A. Our Q&A. All right. Tonight is Q&A. So let's get started. Who has a question?
Was this part of last night's meeting or training?
Well, tonight is Q&A, questions and answers. Last night was how to dispatch training.
No. I meant the was it there that you were just looking at there, the MWR? Was that part of the training last night?
That was part of what we talked about last night. We didn't do
Okay.
We didn't do last night. We had how to dispatch training. We were showing people how to take their existing carriers that they have on the contract and put them on dedicated, and how to find, locate, and create dedicated lanes. That was last night.
Okay.
Tuesday nights we have how to dispatch training. Monday night we usually have Assurance USA training, which is what we had, mostly the type of stuff that we're talking about early. I give y'all updates every time I come on, and try to give y'all like a brief period of updates on what we're doing and what we have that's coming up. And then we go into our specific training or whatever we're doing for that platform that night. Wednesday nights is Q&A, questions and answers. For those of you who have questions and I give you answers, it can be on your own dispatching, or it can be on, if you got some questions about brokering, if you have questions about trucking, if you have questions about MWR, if you have questions about Assurance USA, if you have questions about ORDP, whatever your question is, if you have questions about how to invest or what to invest in or how should I get started, whatever your question is, that's what tonight is, Q&A.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So who has a question?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Always got questions. Okay, so I was on a board, low board, trying to find like drivers for loads for car haul, and
Mhm.
I found the loads for the car haul, but I'm confused on if I reach out to a driver, what type of equipment he got to have in order for him to go and pick up a car haul. Do he have to have his own trailer? Do he load the cars on there himself?
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
kind of like, how does that work?
All right. Car haulers, auto hauling is a different breed. That's a whole different business. I don't even consider the auto hauling part of the regular trucking industry because they operate completely different. They operate on different. They have their own specific load board, which is called central dispatch, is what they operate on, and how they operate is completely different from the regular trucking industry. Okay, auto haulers, they have to have specialized trailers that can stack the cars on them, put the cars up on them, secure them, stack them, let part up down, put up on top, and that type of stuff. So yeah, they have a different type of trailer. Okay, and if you're looking for auto haulers, you're gonna have to more than likely you're gonna have to join Central Dispatch, or you're gonna have to go over to there's another. Hold on, let me show y'all here. I think I still got my Central Dispatch. Yep. All right, you're gonna have to go over to centraldispatch.com. This is where auto haulers congregate at. Okay, the mass majority of them. Now, in order to get on Central Dispatch, you gotta have certain things in place. Okay. One way is you can get on as a carrier if you have a DOT or MC number. We can get on there now. I'm as a carrier because we have a DOT and an MC number. Okay. Another way to get on is as a broker. You gotta have a broker's MC number or a broker's authority. The other way is to get on as a dealer and shipper. Now, this is kind of a little bit more complicated, but it allows you to be able to get on there without being a carrier or without being a broker. So you don't need a DOT number or an MC number. So if you're signing up over here, if you don't have a DOT number or MC number, you're gonna sign up on them as a dealer or a shipper. Now, the reason why I say that because who can be a shipper? A shipper can be anybody that has a car that needs to be picked up and moved, right? Right?
Right.
So if you go on and you sign up, you go on and sign up as a dealer or a shipper. Now, they're going to ask you some pertinent questions. So you got to answer these questions the right way so that they will let you on because Central Dispatch is very picky. They're very peculiar. They run a tight ship. They're very strict on how they run their site. Okay, because they're not like anything else in the trucking industry. It's like they have their own separate industry. All right, so when you go to fill out your information for Central Dispatch, you're gonna have to fill it out as if you are someone who has connections with a lot of people who wants to move cars. So it's advisable that you have a website already built that reflects, that type of the image. Okay. It's also advised that you already have your EIN number and you have a registered business with your state, either as an LLC or as a corporation or whatnot. And it is also advisable that the name of your business must indicate that you have a connection with moving cars. Okay, so Lindsay's Transport, Lindsay's Car or car removal service or vehicle relocation service or something like that. Okay, because Central Dispatch is where you want to be, but it's hard to get on there just as a regular person. Okay, so that's that. Another place you want to go for car hauling, Central Dispatch actually has a little sister site that you can go and connect with car haulers within your area. Where's that thing at here? It's on their site somewhere or another. you have to. Oh, it's right here. It's right there. www.movecars.com. All right. This is their. It's kind of like a little sister site. That they have now. Anybody can utilize this site, movecars.com. Basically, what you're gonna do is you're basically just looking for auto haulers in your state. So you're gonna go search, right? You're gonna find your state. What state are you in?
I'm in Michigan.
All right, Michigan. Let him find Michigan.
Second row at the bottom.
There it is. All right, thank you. There's Michigan, and it gives you, kind of a limited list of car haulers there in Michigan. Okay, you see that? And then you can call them up and see if they're available to pick up cars or something, or if you've got somebody that needs a car picked up or whatever the case may be. Now, pricing. How do you get paid with auto hauling? It started out that it wasn't that hard, but now it's gotten more difficult, right? Right, Darren?
It's a lot more difficult.
Yeah, it's got a lot more difficult. That's why we don't really deal with it as much as we used to, because they change policies and procedures and the rules, and it's just very, 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 it's frustrating now trying to deal with the auto haulers. And I'll let Darren talk more on that, because Darren, he's our resident expert on the auto hauling. Darren, you want to explain the process of how it's changed?
Yes, I could do that. Well, at first we used to be able to go with the highest price and cut it in half, but now we can't do that no more, because the drivers, they're not taking it. They want a whole lot of money. So that I try to scale my bids, basically try to pay a driver 40 to 50 cents for a car. Cars and SUV, and probably 70 cents for a truck, because they won't take, let's say, $500 going a certain miles for a pickup truck. They won't do it anymore.
Yeah. It used to be you could just, find a driver and say, look, I've got a pickup truck that needs to be picked up and taken to Georgia, from Florida to Georgia, and it's paid, $500. Well, the person that has the car picked up would normally, when we contact them, they may be willing to pay $1,000. Mm-hmm. And so we would put it on the central dispatch at 500, 600, even 700, whatever the case may be. And then driver was, oh yeah, let me grab that because I've got a space on my truck because I'm going that way, right? I'm already going that way. I'm already burning the fuel, so the extra $500, would be nice to have. Right, that used to be the case, but now, we were so successful at what we were doing. It kind of brought the drivers up to speed on what we were doing, and now they seem to now want the whole pot. They don't, and they don't want to, they don't want you to bring them loads, and then, but instead of them, allowing you to make money, they want to take the whole thing. So, now me personally, I think it's kind of stupid, because if I didn't bring you the load, you wouldn't know about the load, right?
Right. Some of them, they will sit there for days, waiting for a car or something that's paying a lot of money before they move their truck. I got a truck in Connecticut right now coming down to Florida for $750, and I can't get it moved. They want $1,300 because it's the snowbirds, and now they shipping the cars down south, so they don't want to take it. And again, I wouldn't. This side here, car movers, Calvin, I wouldn't recommend it because these are like big companies.
Yep.
And they want a whole bunch of money. So her best bet would be Central Dispatch, or where's those cars coming from?
Well, I'm gonna tell you your best bet the best bet is just go to Google and just Google, auto transport haulers or auto haulers and call them directly.
Well, yeah, she can go to the back office at is it Quick Transport?
Yeah, Quick Transport Solution. They've got to go.
Yeah, she can do that, and she'll get private drivers.
Yeah, Quick Transport Solutions. We've got that in the back office, and that's what he's referring to is this right here. Find it for you all.
Hey, Calvin, what is the young lady name that asks about those cars? Because I'll see if I have a carrier that run that route, and I could just
Yeah,
pass her on over to him.
yeah, ma'am. What's your name?
So I'm Anita
Okay.
Raines, ANITA-RAINTS.
Yeah,
Okay.
and this is the site he's talking about right here, which is Quick Transport. No, that's Freight Terminal. My bad. That's Freight
Where's
Terminal.
those cars coming out of? Or you probably can send me a private message, and if I have a carrier
There it
that
is.
route, I'll just go ahead and give you his number.
Okay. But there's the website he was talking about, Quick Transport Solutions. That's in our back office. You click on it, it'll take you right over to it. And this is what he's talking about. And you just go and look for your resource. You look for auto haulers. We've got a little section over here. Let me move this out the way.
Okay, I think I might have tried every site except for that one. I was trying to find them the other day.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff in the back office. If you pull
I
up the
also had
resource.
another question, Calvin. So
Okay.
I was so I'm kind of conflicted on doing brokerage or doing dispatching. So when I looked up for me to get my brokers, to start off with brokers, it said that I had to have a security bond. So
Yeah.
of 75,000. So for me
Yep.
to do brokerage, I have to have that bond first.
Well, you got to have a lot more than that bond. Let me ask you this. All right. Do you have perfect credit?
Absolutely not. I know I have to build that up.
Okay.
I was
Then
told that I need to get my score up to get the
Yeah.
bond.
Yeah, hold on, because I got a lot to tell you. So let's make this kind of quick and fast. If you don't have perfect credit, you're gonna need probably somewhere between $3,000 and $10,000 down to secure your bond. Okay, that's just the facts of the matter. Then after that, you're gonna have a quarterly bond payment you've got to make, and that's gonna be between $800 and $1,000 per quarter. On top of that, you've got to have $850,000 up to $1.2 million worth of insurance to cover you taking ownership of freight. That's going to run you about $3,000 to $3,600 down, and about $350 to $381 per month, 9 months out of the year. You're also going to have your authority. And your broker's authority is a lot more expensive than the regular authority. A lot of people tell you, well, you can get your broker's authority for $850. No, you can't. It's going to run you more like $1,500 to $1,600 to get your broker's authority after getting everything that you need. Now, that's the good news. The bad news is after you get all that and you paid all that money, right? It's going to be very difficult to find shippers that's going to work with you because you are a first-year broker. And the only way you're going to get shippers to work with you, and this is why the business credit building program is so important for brokers. The only way you're going to get a shipper to work with you as a first-year broker is you're going to have several things. One of those things being you're going to have a Dun & Bradstreet paydex score of at least 92, and the best you can get is 100. Another thing you're going to have at least 5 to 7 references that will attest to the fact that you have done business with them for 6 months consecutively without a break to the tune of at least $300,000. Also, you're going to have to, most of them want to see at least 9 to 11 months seasoning on your bond before they will even talk to you. Now, if you don't have that, there is one more way that you can get shippers to work with you as a first-year broker. You gotta have money. In other words, they may give you a shot if you can prepay for 20% of the freight that they're going to let you take ownership of. Now, the smallest shipper that I know has $1 million worth of freight. So if you don't have $200,000 laying around somewhere, you ain't got a snowball chance in hell of getting a shipper to sign on with you as a first-year broker. See, that's the thing about freight brokering that you don't hear from other freight broker trainers. They're not going to tell you that. Okay, but that's the reality of it. You know, that's the business, because this industry was never designed to support small independent brokerage firms. This industry is designed to support the mega brokerage firms that have these huge brokerage firms with all this money and all these assets. Okay, that's what the industry is built to support. That's why dispatching is an easier way to go. It's a smarter way to start out, because you don't want to start out under the gun. You don't want to start out putting yourself in debt. And 92.6% of all first-year brokers go out of business their first year, because they are not aware of these things that you're gonna have other than what all these freight broker trainers will tell you. Yeah, take my course, get your bond, you're good to go. You make a lot of money. That's not how it works. Okay. So hopefully that'll help
Okay,
you
so
make
I'll stick with starting off with dispatching.
yeah, I said hopefully that'll help you make your decision. Yeah, don't get caught up in that hype of becoming a broker out the box. Yes, you can make a lot of money as a broker after you have gained the knowledge, the seasoning, you have a reputation, you have a book of business, and you have money. And the best way to do that is to start out as an independent dispatch firm, because you're working in the same industry, you're working with the same group of professionals, you're doing almost the same job, you're just doing it in a different way. So you get a chance to build your own book of business, you get a chance to create clientele, you get a chance to develop relationships, you get a chance to make money. So 2 years down the road, if you still have that itch to become a broker, now you're better suited and better qualified to do so. You have money, you have a book of business, you have a reputation in the industry. You see how that progression goes? You don't want to start out, trying to jump in at the top of the chain. You want to start out and build your way up. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If you do the dispatching right, you may never want to become a broker. Okay, because there are a lot of dispatch firms out there that make just as much money as brokerage firms. Some even more, because they have less overhead. Okay? Right. Hopefully we'll be able to answer your question.
I got it. I got another question. So
Yes,
about
ma'am.
the land opportunity, could you explain a little bit more how that go with the company you just recommended?
With MWR, now I'm not the person that's qualified to answer that question. And I'll be the first to tell you that. Mr. Bean, who is going to be on Saturday, okay, he's the person to really answer that question. Mr. Bean is, matter of fact, I might be able to find something on his YouTube channel that talks about that. Hold on here. Let's see if we can find something that he's talking about that on his YouTube channel.
Hey, Calvin, I might be able to share a little bit.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, Miss Morning, she's been in that field longer than I have.
Yes, their land, wealth building.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, go ahead. Did we lose her? Where'd she go?
Are you talking
Hello?
about me or Miss Morning?
Miss Morning. I'm looking at Miss Morning. She was talking and she just kind of just Miss Morning. Okay. Miss Morning.
I muted myself.
Okay,
I
there you
didn't realize that.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm back. Let me turn on my camera so you can see me as well. Um, I was saying that the land wealth aspect of the program, you invest a certain amount of money. What they do is buy land that is eventually going to be, um,
In the path of growth.
yes, in the path of growth. And by investing in it early, you get on that train ride for growth with the money that you've invested. So it's kind of like stock, but it's land. You are investing in land,
Yeah.
real estate.
It's from my understanding of it, it works like pretty much like she said, but it's similar to like a co-op type thing, where you're not the only person who's going to have money invested in that land. So it's not like, you got to have enough money to buy all the land yourself, okay, or to buy the land yourself, or to buy that, 20 acres or 100 acres or 60 acres or whatever it is, okay. Basically, it's like you are part of their investment group. You like become a part of an investment group, and one of the first things that they do, first of all, they help you to restructure your finances. Okay, think of this company here as having your own team of financial experts. That's basically what it is. You, before, only the wealthy could afford professional financial experts that were at their, fingertips 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, right? Showed them how to cut their taxes so they don't have to pay taxes. Shows them what to invest in so they build their financial empire. Shows them how to increase their earnings, all that stuff. They were paying people, only rich people in the past had that ability. This company comes along, and what they're saying is they're bringing it to everybody else, and you get it for like $79 per month. So on that side of it, if that's all you want to do, if you just want to have someone to, take control and nurse your financial situation to health and build you up and get you on the track to being having money that you can invest, saving money on your taxes, and help you to really just become financially independent. That's what MWR are. That's what they are. Okay, they're a team of experts, of financial experts that you get to hire, and they're at your beck and call. They're at your fingertips. They're at your disposal. Pretty much just whenever you need them. So, if you're gonna get this, get it and use it. Because everybody could use it. I mean, if you're paying $79 a month for it, then guess what? Use it, right? Use it. Let them restructure your taxes. Let them restructure your financials. Let them turn your money into, a money maker. Let them turn you into your own bank. All right. And you just, they'll ask you for certain things and you provide them with it and let them go to work for you. Now, with the land things specifically, think of it like this. Let's say you may have $100 in, or you may have $200, or you may have $2,000 in. Whatever you have in, right? That's gonna be equated to a certain percentage of the revenue that's gonna come from the land that they purchase. So if they go out there and they find a deal like here in Gaston County, which is Quincy, which is where I'm from, when my wife and I were looking for this house. Now I'm gonna show you how things pop up. When my wife and I were looking for a home back in October, November of last year, because we bought this in January. We came across a home. We came across an entire farm that was under foreclosure. It was a 3,800 square foot home, beautiful big home, and 30 acres with 2 catfish ponds on it. Okay, $163,000. Now, the house that we live in now costs us $266,000. But the only thing is, when we looked at the home, it was out there in Quincy, lots of land. I mean, it was off the grid. Everything was great, but the home needed some repairs on it, of course. And when going through the VA, because I'm a disabled combat veteran, so I went through the VA. The VA loan process, they are very picky when it comes to the inspections of the homes, the property. It has to be pretty much damn near perfect. Okay, they don't want to see, well, you got to do some work to the porch, you got to do some work to this, you got to do some. No. The VA won't go for that. If that home is not ready to 100% move into and live and have no issues with it, they're not going to approve it, which is why we chose this home over that property. Now, if it was up to me and I was spending all my own money without having to get a loan for it, we would have went with that property. Okay. Now, let me let you know what happened with that property. That property got bought by some investors. And what are they doing with it now? They've torn down the home and they're putting up 1 acre lots for a subdivision, which means for that $162,000 that they spent for that 30 acres and those 2 ponds, they're going to put homes up out there that have an acre lot. Every home out there is going to be 3,000 square foot or better, and those homes are going to sell for $300,000 to $400,000 each. So you take 30 homes, because that's what it is. It's 30 acres, an acre per home. So if you take those 30 homes, that's what we mean by in the path of growth. Okay.
Yeah, that's an investment there.
Exactly. That's what we mean by being in the path of growth. So they're going to take those 30 acres, turn them into 1 acre lots, and they're going to build luxury homes on them. And people are going to buy them like hotcakes. Because an acre lot with a 3,000 square foot home here in Tallahassee will run you $750,000 or better. But there, which is just 20 miles away, right? Not that far away, a lot of open space, 1 acre lots, beautiful homes. They're going to run about anywhere from $300,000 close to $500,000. So it's safe to say $350,000 at the minimum. So you've got 30 times 350,000. Now, yes, it's going to cost them to build the homes and all that type of stuff, but each of those homes, to build those 3,000 square foot homes, are only going to cost them about $45 to $60 per square foot. So if you've got that, let's say $50 per square foot.
Or a set of appearances.
You're looking at $150,000, that's maxed out to build homes that's worth $350,000 to $450,000. So you've got at least $150,000 worth of profit, right? Almost $200,000 worth of profit on each home. So if you take that, the $200,000 times 30, there you go. You're looking at $6 million made on a $162,000 purchase. Y'all see what they mean by in the path of growth? Now, imagine if you was in this land buying, process with MWR, they found a spot like that, got it for $162,000, and it was, let's say there were 50 of you all, or 100 of you all, or even 1,000 of you all that were part of that. You had your little bit in on buying that land, right? So when they do that, because now this is just on the sale of the homes. We're not talking about the money that they're going to make on the financing of those homes. Okay, this is just on the upfront profits on the sale of the homes themselves. Now, God forbid if those same investors have their own bank, or they have an alliance with a bank that is going to do the financing on those homes. So if you've got 30 homes at $300,000, or 350, let's say $350,000 home, and you've got rate right now is about 3.75%. It's $13,125. $1,093 is the interest, is the interest payment. But you got principal and interest payment. So it's probably gonna come out to be about close to about $1,900, somewhere close to about $1,900 on the price. Well, not that much because we don't pay that much, and we got a $266,000 loan, and I think we got a little bit better rate though. We got 2.75%. So, and our payments here are like $1,600 per month, something like that. So, with that, about $40,000, $50,000 more, you're looking at about $1,800, $1,900 per month. All right. So $1,900 per month is what you're going to be looking at, but the interest on that is $1,093. Now, if you were part of that investment group and you had ties with the bank who's doing the financing, guess where your money is coming from? Your money is coming from the interest, right? You got paid on the initial sale of the, as they sell them, so you're getting, your commission checks from that too now, or your dividend checks, as they call them. You're getting your dividends money from that, but then on the financing of it is where you're gonna make your real money. And if I were them, which I'm probably sure they probably are way smarter than I am with this, if I were them, I would go in, if I'm doing that land type of deals, things like that, I would have ties with banks where I'm getting, a cut of that long-term, the interest. Now, the interest is not really where you're going to make your money at, okay? Because if this was to go out the whole 30 years, okay, someone's got me on a feedback. Please mute.
Oh, sorry about that, bro.
Your side, because I'm hearing myself talk.
Yes, sir.
The interest part of that, right, is what you're making your money on. But let's say if you did that for 30 years times 360 months, that's 30 years. So on the interest, you're making $393 and $750,000 on the interest of that $350,000 home. Now, that's the interest. But remember, you got your principal and your interest. So now on the principal side, you probably got another, $900 a month. That's what makes it that $1,900 a month, right? So when you do that, they wind up paying a total for a $300,000 home. They wind up paying, if they pay it out for the whole 30 years, they're going to be paying almost $700 to somewhere close to $900,000 for that $300,000 home, right? But that's not what you're banking on anyway. Because let me tell you how banks work. As they start having all these mortgages, right? Banks do what's called, they sell paper or trade paper. Well, a bank may have, like in this case, this is just for 30 homes. So if you do that times the 30, in this case right here, that's $11,812,000 that they're making on the interest. Y'all see that? That's on the interest only. Now, here's what happens. Banks will have, let's say, 20,000 mortgages within their bank. They're not trying to have those mortgages go out for the whole 30 years. No bank does. When we first got this home, our bank that we financed through sold the mortgage to another bank 3 months later. Okay? Because we made our payments on time for 3 months, whatever, and it went into an A-paper account, and they sold their A-paper to another bank. Now, along with our mortgage, they probably sold another 20,000 mortgages along with that. Let me show you how banks work. If you've got, mortgages like this, let's say paying $1,900 per month on the mortgages, and you got 20,000 of those bad boys, and $1,900 a month times 30 years, 360 months, is going to give you $680 $4,000. And now if you got 20,000 of those out there, that's a maturity, you know, of a total of $13,680,000, right? On your mortgages, on the money you're making. Now, I'm sorry, I only did that times 20. Let me go back. I thought that didn't look right. 684,000 times 20,000. My bad. I thought that was way off. 680. What was it? 684. Yeah, 684,000. There we go. And if you got 20,000 of those times 20,000, there we go. You got 20,000 mortgages. So you got a total of $13,680,000,000. Okay, that's what the bank has in their portfolio. If all those were to go out for the whole 30 years. Now, here's what another bank does. Another bank comes in and says, I see you have $13,680,000,000 worth of mortgages that are on your books right now, and they're all A-paper loans. Okay. We would like to buy all your A-paper loans, or we like to buy 10,000 of them, or whatever the case may be. In most cases, come and say, we want to buy all your A-paper loans, and we will pay you right now 40% of the maturity rate. And that's where they go into the negotiation. Now the bank that has it said, well, we need 60%. That's 60% is kind of high on the market. Let's go for 45. Well, I might be willing to let them go for 55. Okay, well, let's split the difference and go for 50%. All right, let's cut a deal at 50% of the maturity value. So basically what that bank would be buying those mortgages for is what? They will cut that bank a check for $6,840,000,000. Now, if you were a person, because banks, what they do is, where do they get the money from to buy these mortgages? Does anybody know? Does anybody know where the banks get the money from to buy, all this paper, as they call it, mortgages from other banks?
Investments.
Huh?
Investments.
And specifically what?
Out of other people's money.
People who got money in their bank.
Yeah.
Look, if you got a bank account, read your fine print. It tells you they're going to use your money to invest.
To reinvest.
That's what they do. They pay you some measly little chump change on the interest, right? Right?
Right.
Bank is paying you some ridiculous 1.125% yearly interest on the money that they're using. Your money.
And they'll take your money and lend it back out to other borrowers.
Yeah, or they use it to buy other mortgages. They're making billions.
Right.
Yeah, they're making billions on your money combined with everybody else's money. Now imagine if you was in a private group, kind of like what MWR is, and they're putting money up and they're going out doing the same thing, but when they sell this stuff and they get this money, instead of that going all to the bank, that is the divvied up amongst them and you all who have money in there that bought this land in the path of growth. Now y'all are starting to see how the wealthy become wealthy, right?
Yes.
Now, if y'all wonder how I knew all this, because I used to be a mortgage broker.
Some real knowledge.
Yeah, I used to be a mortgage broker. So, and the company that I first went to work for was called UC Linden, and they sent us to a training program in New York where we trained on Wall Street, right there where the towers used to be. But the towers were there, during that time. So that was back in 2000. Yeah, it was back in 2000, 2001. No, back in 2000. No, it was back in 1999. Yeah, is when I went there. So, that's how I know so much about how mortgages and banks work and how finances work, within the banking industry. and this is how they make money. So you all can really start to see how investing and what you're investing in and land is like I said, it's the only thing that they're not making more of. So it's very valuable, right? It just keeps coming more and more. Value just keeps going up on it because they ain't making no more of it. You can't go somewhere and say somebody discovered some new land, right? Right?
Hey, Calvin, does this
Right.
actually, can you use this program in all 50 states?
What, the MWR?
Yeah, like the land program?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are in all 50 states.
Oh, okay.
But those are questions that you all can ask Mr. Bean when he comes on. I can give you my knowledge from what I know from outside of it in dealing with mortgages and banks and land and that type of stuff. But he is going to be the expert to ask on that specific program. Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. No
All right.
problem.
But this is just one of the things that you will have access to when you get a membership with MWR. It's literally like having your own personal financial expert working for you for $79 a month. Okay. Now, for those of you who decide to come on with the MWR platform, we will pay your initial cost for your startup cost, like $218. So we'll pay that. We'll get you that money. We'll give you the link of who we want you to sign up on, so we can stack everybody, so everybody gets evenly dispersed, and everybody has everybody has their downline starting out. And then all you got to do is sell this to sell the $79 program, right, to just one person, and then you won't have to worry about a monthly payment because yours will be taken care of. Because we're gonna stack the first 3 people under you, thus satisfying that part of it, right? And then you just gotta all you gotta worry about is just getting your first sale. You do that within your first 30 days. You never have to make a monthly payment. Okay, and believe me, pushing this the way you should not have a problem, because there's a lot of smart people out there. I can show y'all where I've been pushing this all day long since I signed up for it. I've and here I am on Twitter. There it is on Twitter. These are all the things I've been putting on Twitter. Assurance USA, are you earning as much as you would like? Would you like a pay raise? Visit. There's my link website, and it has a video there. You click the video, and it opens up, and then it plays it for you. So I've been all over Twitter. I've been all over,
money. It's the one topic
Instagram.
everyone talks about. We all want more of
I've
it.
been putting stuff all
And
over
when
the
it
place
comes to
today.
determining our lifestyle, it's almost as important as oxygen. However,
So they'll provide you. I mean, you have all the stuff you need to promote this stuff. And from talking with the co-founders and stuff, they're letting us promote this as much as we want. Okay, there are no chains on us when it comes to the promoting, branding, and and stuff like that. Because they give us enough stuff to share and to put out there. As you can see, I've been posting stuff all day, about this new product. So, yeah. Okay. Any more questions? Questions.
Calvin,
Question.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. I was wondering, is there anything you'd like me to do to assist with sign up of our members?
Right now, well, what I've got to do is get them their money so that they'll have it to sign up. Okay, because we're not because we're not going in and putting everything on our corporate card like we did with the last company, because we don't want to get into that again. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna be calling them. I'll probably need you to do more when we get down to the latter stages, when we have more people that we need to onboard. Right now, I'm gonna contact the first 3. I'm only gonna put 3 directly underneath me. then everybody's going to get 3. Because that's what the program calls for. To take full advantage of the program, you get 3, and you help those 3 get 3, and then you help those 9 get 3, then you help those, 9 times 3 is what? 27. You help those 27 get 3, right? So that's how it works, and that's how we're going to stack it so we can build the organization quickly and have everybody in place to qualify for their quick start or fast start or whatever we want to call it. So you get your bonuses, you build your downline, and you get everybody in position so that they don't have to make a monthly payment. Okay? So that's where we're going. So as we get down past like the 3rd level, I'm probably going to need some help. And what I'll do is I'll probably contact you, and then we'll coordinate with getting the links out of who we want them to sign up under, and getting them their money either through the various means of how they want us to send them that $218. Okay? So
Okay, sounds good.
all right.
Hey,
Any more
Calvin,
questions? Yes.
this
Yes,
is
ladies.
Walter.
Ladies first. Ladies first.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hi, thank you. I just want to know, I know I came on a little late, but where do we send the information for that? Was it,
Oh, you can send it to Calvin.Butler at nocheapfreight.com. It's right
and
there.
what I'm sending my name and what?
Basically, just send me your contact information, your name, your phone number, and your email address, so I can call you when we get down to you. So I can call you and determine how do you want me to send you the $218, because you're going to go to the site that we're going to give you a link to. We're going to give you a link to the person we want you to sign up under. Okay, because we're going to be stacking you all in the proper places so that everybody can benefit. So we're going to send you a link to the person we want you to sign up under, and we're going to send you the money so you can go in and just sign up with your own debit or credit card. You got it?
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Hey, Calvin.
Yes.
Hey, this is Walter, man. Hey, I'm fairly new. I'm really very new to the group, and I might have caught like the last end of it, like the back end of everything, because I signed up with the RBBS dispatching, and I'm trying to get my WB logistics management off the ground.
Okay.
And when I tuned into the live, I saw you was talking about real estate and everything, and I'm in the process of buying a house as well. And I've been trying to buy like a multi-family, and I've been getting blocked, and I'm a veteran myself. So I got approved. I'm already pre-approved and everything. And I've been trying to figure it out. Like, I'm looking in Georgia. I'm in Atlanta right now. And
so let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Are you trying to buy this multi-family unit under your personal credit or your business credit?
Under my personal.
All right. Do you have great personal credit?
I'm at 750.
Okay, that's decent. Do you have the income to support the loan, the mortgage you have on it?
I mean, for what they approved me for, I can handle that. But I feel like if I got my business really cranked up, my business will be able to take over and handle it a lot better.
All right. So it sounds like you need the right mortgage program. You need the right lending program.
Could I jump in here, gentlemen?
Yes.
Are you buying this for you to live in, sir, or is it an investment property?
Probably both.
I'm buying. It's a combination.
Yeah.
When me looking for a multifamily, I have to live in one side for a minimum of a year.
You gotta live in. Yeah, you gotta live in one. When you're buying a multi-family unit as an individual. Now, if you were buying it as a business, you don't have to live in it. But if you're buying it as an individual, you have to live into it, and that's in Georgia.
Okay.
Now, in Florida, you can buy a multi-family unit purely as a non-resident investor. But in Georgia,
right, non-occupied.
No, not through the VA. Now, he mentioned he's going through the VA. Through the VA, you got to be a resident.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Now, if he was doing it through an FHA loan, he can do what's called a non-resident investor program. They have about 750 different mortgage type of programs. Sometimes you have to, and as a mortgage broker, you got to know them all. Sometimes you have to actually take different aspects from different programs, put them together, and create a new product.
Okay.
Now that's the ingenious of being a good mortgage broker. Okay. But you clearly have to understand the ins and out of every one of those financial products, those mortgage products. And they all got their own little things, you know, quirks and stuff. They've got their no income, they got the no doc, they got the no credit, they've got the resident investment property, they got the non-residential investment property. You know, they got there's a whole slew of them.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. If I could get the gentleman's name, I also do private money lending for investment properties only. So
okay,
you have something in that regard.
right
I
now,
can
right
certainly
now
assist.
for my multifamily through the VA, I got approved for 350.
Okay.
And for a single family home, they only approved me for like 210.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really looking for the multifamily because I'm looking to move in, stay there for a year, and then rent it out and move to a whole different new location and just keep building.
Okay. Well, like I said, if I could get your name, I do private money lending, which is it is a different animal.
Right. The interest rate's higher.
No, interest rates are a little bit lower.
Lower.
Because there's private money.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. So my name is Walter Brown.
Walter Brown.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm going to send you a chat message, Walter.
Okay.
Yeah. Look, there's all types of programs out there. To give you an example, I have my company called First Choice Financial.
Okay.
I've got it on Facebook and I've got a website for it, FCFC Incorporated. Now we did investment property, but we did much larger investment property. So
right.
we're talking
I understand. Over
10, 15, 20, and $30 million, type of,
I'm trying to get there. I'm definitely trying to get
properties. There. And there's a website. Let me see if I can find it here. Give me a second here. FCFC Incorporated. There we go, First Choice. There's a website that I had been using for a long time to submit but this was for like huge, investment projects, and they had what they call private money. They had what they call different types of lenders. Hold on, but it was a network of lenders. You submit your application one time, and it goes out to the to several, and then they contact you and let you know what they can or what they can't do. And then if you like what they're hearing, you go with one of them. If you don't, then you submit it to the next, 10 or 12. And all you got to do is just go back in and just click on them and then just submit because it shows you how to build up your hold on here. Let me find it. I got so much stuff, y'all. It's crazy.
I see, bro. I appreciate it too.
Hold on here. Let's see here. Easy funding. No, that's not that one. Not the easy funding. That's for like personal loans.
Is it connected to investors?
Is it connected what now?
Connect investors?
No. It's I'm gonna show it to you. I actually did a voiceover commercial for it. For the company. The actual company actually paid me $5,000 to do a voiceover. commercial.
I'm a filmmaker too, if y'all didn't know. I apologize. I got a degree in filmmaking too.
Cool. That could come in handy. One moment here. I got so much stuff on this page. It's kind of hard getting to stuff. I got to go back to my early days when I did that voiceover for them. I actually did I did a couple of voiceovers for them. Is this it? No. Yeah, C Loans. This is it. Okay. I actually did a couple of voiceovers for them, but let me pull up the company first of all. This is C Loans.
Okay.
I can give you, the what you call it, but they're on the website. Basically, you come here and you submit your application. You submit your information, right?
Yep.
And then when you submit it, you just submit it, and then it goes out. Because I'll tell you, this is a commercial loan portal to 750 commercial lenders. Okay. The commercial mortgage loan system is exactly what you need. 750 commercial lenders await your application. Simply input your needs, then ask the system, hey, computer, show me the cheapest commercial mortgage lenders for my particular deal. Presto changeo, the computer will instantly search the database of 750 commercial mortgage lenders and give you a list of 20 commercial mortgage lenders who are hungry for your exact type of deal. You would then submit your loan to the 4 most attractive commercial lenders with just one mouse click. You can also use the phone numbers listed to call the lenders directly. Lenders will then contact you by phone and by email to compete for your business. These direct commercial mortgage lenders chase you. So your negotiating position is so much stronger. Commercial lenders are fussy, no problem. If your loan gets turned down, simply go to the next 4 cheapest commercial lenders on the list and apply for with a simple mouse click. There are lots of A paper lenders, B paper lenders, and easy C paper lenders. You fill out just one application and it works for everyone. Slick, but this is it. Basically you put in the information, you fill it out. It will build you it's actually structured to build you a nice, concise, properly formatted loan application that you submit.
Right.
You can even load up pictures, of the subject property. Okay. So you put all that in and then you just submit it. But here, but this is just one source that you can use.
C Loan, One Choice Financial. Okay.
I'll put that out there. And that's called C Loans. Back in the day, because I do some web stuff, I actually helped them develop that site. And I actually did the voiceover commercial for that site. Where am I? What you call this here? Let me send this to you. Chat. And who am I speaking with?
Walter Brown.
Walter.
Or it might say Walter's iPhone.
Yeah, Walter's iPhone. All right. I'm sending you that link right now. Or you all can just go to Facebook and look for First Choice Financial, FCFC Inc. Okay. That's my company on Facebook. But I'm gonna see if I can show you all this this voiceover I did for them back in the day. I know it's still on here. It's actually on YouTube too. I think it's on YouTube. Pull it up. FCFC. INC. I think it's on YouTube. All right. There's one of ours right there for business loans. This is a lot of my old stuff on. Let me see. Let me go to this one and pull it up. It's probably on here. Whatever channel this is, it's on this channel. It's on. This is my personal YouTube channel right here. If you go here to this right here, y'all see some stuff I was doing for my financial services.
Do you recognize my voice? Then recognize this. When it comes to commercial lending, no one gets the job done like First Choice Financial Consultants. They have a commercial lenders network of more than 750 private commercial lenders, and only works with the most reputable private investors and investment groups in the country. With their experience and knowledge, they have the capacity to orchestrate and facilitate creative solutions for even the most difficult transactions, securing commercial funding from $250,000 up to $500 million. So take it from me. When it comes to commercial funding, no one gets the job done like First Choice Financial Consultants.
Now, believe it or not, that's my voice.
Yeah, I can tell.
That's back when everybody was saying I sound like the Allstate guy. So we kind of did a little thing. Do you recognize my voice? That type of thing. So that was one of the promos and that I did for them back in the day. Well, I was lean then. I got to get back in shape.
Hey, Cal.
So, yeah.
Hey, this Walter again. Hey, I requested an invite where I requested to join the group, and I don't know if you guys seen it or not, but
you talking about on Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do anything on Facebook for another 12 days.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Facebook had me in jail for 30 days for violating their share policy. I shared too much business information.
Gotcha. Okay.
I was sharing about 120 posts a day. And
hey, that's how you got to do it.
And Facebook didn't like that, so they said I shared too much. So they put me in jail for 30 days. I got about 12 more days on my sentence. So
they share more than everybody, though.
Yeah, but it's all good. But yeah, here's some of the stuff that I used to do with the commercial lending. I still do commercial lending, but it's on a much larger scale. We don't really do like resident,
right? Like four units and stuff like that. I got you.
Yeah. We don't do the fourplexes and duplexes. We do stuff like shopping malls, development projects, things like that. We've got one down in Mexico right now that we're waiting for the next administration. Because I mean, we had a I'll show it to you. We had a written offer on this property. We had a written offer on this property,
and Trump blocked it.
Well, not him directly, but some of the stuff that he was doing caused our investors to become real nervous.
Scared.
Yeah, they became real nervous. So, stuff that's going on with Mexico, but it was just property right here. It's still, it's still there. It's 2,200 acres. Is in Mexico. Is Baja Mir, which is the same stretch of beach that Acapulco was on. Now, here's the great thing about this property. This is 2,200 acres of beachfront property with 7 freshwater lagoons on it, and it is between Acapulco and the international airport. So Acapulco is actually farther away from the international airport, and our property is actually closer.
That took all the money.
Yes, and no, I mean, we had it appraised. We were selling it for $272 and $272 and no, it was $272,727 per acre. Basically, basically that's $67.39 per square meter. Okay,
Right.
because we actually I actually have the appraisal on it. Here. I built the the site for it. And everything. My wife and I, when we were, these are pictures from when we went down and visited the property and walked through the property and stuff. And and we was down there with the Mexican governor, of that province, of that area, and went down. We stayed at the International Hotel and all that type of stuff, and we took them out and walked the property, and stuff, and with them and the other owners, and we showed them our plans for it. Baja Mir, all that type of stuff, and man, we were ready to go. We had buyers for it, the whole 9 yards, and show you the appraisals that we had on it. As y'all can see, my company was the authorized consultant because I have a 22% stake in this property.
Yeah. You the big dog.
Yeah, so I have a 22% stake in this property. We have the liquidation appraisal. We hired Cushman and Wakefield. Some of y'all might know that name.
I heard them.
Very large, very prominent, appraisal firm, out of New York.
Mm-hmm.
We hired them to do the appraisal, and here is the appraisal. You have to pull it up there. Download the appraisal, and they just appraised. I think it was like 172 acres of it, and that 172 acres, they appraised for like $170 some million or something like that.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was $175 million for just 479.384 acres, but it's 2,200 total acres. So just that small amount, appraised for. Let me pull this up, and here's the appraisal that we had done on it. In Guerrero, Mexico, and there's the official appraisal that we had, done for and everything. We put that on there. $17,950,000. That was on just that little small stretch that we did. This appraisal here was done on, how many acres was this done on it? They gave us a value of $35,900,000 on how many acres? How many acres did we do on that one? But it wasn't even close to the entire property. It was like just a small part of it.
Like it's barely a quarter of it. I already know.
Yeah, but there it is right there. The maps to it stretches all the way over. It's between Acapulco and the international airport. There's some more pictures. You look, you see.
Don't look like much until you throw something on it.
Shoot, look, it had those 7 freshwater lagoons. Great piece of property. But anyway, we had a deal on it. A guy had a hedge fund group had made us a written offer, and they were gonna pay us. I think the offer was for. I'm trying to think, what was that offer for? I think the offer was like $192 million or something like that. That was the offer for $192 million. And we were moving forward with it. We was getting all our good faith estimates, everything, this is and that. We had we had already set up for a closing, everything. And then they started, locking kids and people up down on the border. Right? All that stuff started happening. And then when all that started happening, the putting up the wall, and want to put up a wall, and we're gonna get Mexico to pay for the wall. And relationships got bad between Mexico and the United States. And our investors, they got nervous, and they said, well, we're gonna pull back, and we're gonna hold off and see what happens with the next election. And if things improve in 4 years, we may revisit it. And that was that.
Hey, you know how the government is.
Yeah, that was that. But my cut would have been 22% of $192 million. So, but it is what it is. But this is what we call this. Property like this is it still does me some. It still benefits me because it goes towards my net worth. So when y'all hear me say that, I'm a self-made millionaire, that don't mean that I got $1 million in the bank. That's not what that means.
Right.
That
That's
means
the assets. That's your assets.
Yeah. That means if I was to sell, my interest in all my assets, I could come up with well over $1 million. Okay. That's how you determine net worth. Now that doesn't mean I got $1 million in the bank, because I don't. But your net worth is from the assets that you own, or your stake in certain number of assets. And if you total all those up, then yes, I've got some pretty good net worth. All right. And you can leverage net worth. You can leverage your assets. You can borrow against it and all that type of stuff. And there's all type of stuff. That's one of the reasons why we got approved for this home, because of our net worth. And we have these assets, and all that stuff goes into play into determining what you can qualify for, what you can borrow against, and doing all that type of stuff. So net worth plays a very, very important role. Especially if my wife and I ever got faced with something where we needed a lot of money, like fast, whatever the case may be, within 30 days we could liquidate, a portion of our assets and come up with it. So, that's the control you have when you start working on your financial health. Okay, that's what we mean by good financial health. You don't have to have a lot of money in the bank, but you have the ability to access a lot of money. Y'all see the difference in that? Or can y'all see the value in that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And this is the type of stuff that, and believe it or not, through applying some of this stuff from Mr. Bean's YouTube channel, is how I was able to acquire a lot of this stuff. Listening to him talk about leveraging your talent and your skills,
right.
Versus having someone, because when these people reached out to me, they reached out to our company, which is FC Incorporated. They reached out to our company, which is .com, fcfcinc.com. They reached out to our company, which is right here, because this is what we we did. We deal in matching well-vetted, capable buyers with discounted portfolios of high performance off-market assets for sale, positioning of utilized, distressed, geographically challenged properties.
Gotcha.
Now that sounds fancy, don't it?
Yeah, it do.
Yeah. We're just a very high class referral agency. That's all we are. We match people that have properties that they want to sell
with people with money.
With people with money who can afford to buy it.
Gotcha.
And these are people who don't want their dealings to be, all over the real estate pages and stuff. They want to keep things low key. Okay.
Yeah.
And for that, we get a handsome referral fee. Now, in this case, in some cases, when we take on clients like that had that property, we charge them a retainer up front for a property of that magnitude with international appeal. The retainer for that one would have been $50,000. Okay. Now, by listening to Mr. Bean and his teachings, because I have been following him for the last 6-7 years, listening to his teachings, he brought up something. He talked about leveraging your talents, leveraging your ability, your services. So this company, the guys that owned that property, they were all older people. They were all like, I think the youngest one of them was 66, right? and they wanted to see it develop before they all died, passed off. So they reached out to us to put it out there and find buyers for it. We told them that it'd be $50,000 on the retainer, and then we would put it in. We would do our research and start putting it out there and contacting our sources and this and that, and this is back before COVID. We would meet people up front. I actually they flew me to New York to meet with the other owners. Some live in Mexico, some live in New York. Flew me to New York to meet the principal owner, the guy who owns like 60%, of it or something. And we had to sit down with him, and we was talking about some stuff that I remembered, what Mr. Bean had said. And I said, I tell you what, instead of paying the retainer, we would take on your project pro bono for 25% equity.
Okay.
For 25%,
that's high though.
Interest ownership in the property. So when we do sell it, what we get will be a lot more money, right? And so he started going back and forth, and we landed on 22%. So that's where we landed. So that means that they didn't have to come up with any money. I would build the websites for my own dime. I would do my own branding and reach out to our different people that I knew that had money, different organizations, different hedge funds, people that I was connected with through the law firm that had put up the money to start my logistics firm and the sports management firm. So we started reaching out to people, and we found a buyer. And then then the election happened.
Oh man.
Yeah. It's just crazy. But
Trump came in like Ali and shook up the world, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, people say that politics don't make a difference, but it really does. It really does. It may not make that much of a difference in the everyday person's life, but when you're doing big scale stuff like this, and United States falls out of favor with the international.
Yeah, it can't be nothing like that.
With
everything
the international
gotta be in order.
Community, man, there was so much money lost in this last 4 years, this last 3.5 years. There are so many deals that went down the drain. There's so much money that lost, so much money that could have been made that just got pushed away. Not just with Mexico, but with other countries. Investors, buyers,
China.
hedge fund groups. All these places. America is not the only place in the world.
Mm-hmm. I know. I've been around the world.
Yeah, and you can't make stuff like this happen without having good international relationships. You just can't.
Right.
You just can't. Okay. You got to have those relationships, and and I think that's what this administration kind of misses the point on.
Yeah.
They missed the mark on it. This administration has done some good things, but they've done more damage than they've done good.
Exactly. They go in there pointing fingers, talking about we don't want this person here, that person. All right.
Yeah.
They bring revenue, right?
I don't want to get political, but
I got you.
But that put my money on hold. Put my money on hold. But it is what it is. But it helped to bolster my net worth though, because now I own that 22% that stake in it. So it bolstered my net worth. So and this is the type of stuff that this company will do for you. MWR. That's how I know what they have works, because I've been kind of not using them, but I've been using their strategies for a number of years, and I didn't even know that Mr. Bean had any. I didn't even know who MWR was. I just knew Mr. Bean. I knew him. I didn't know anything about MWR. I had been following him and following his advice, and and listening to him, and just kind of implementing the stuff that he was talking about. And it has boosted my net worth. It has caused me to to invest in the markets. It's caused me to to lower my taxes, where I literally don't really pay taxes, because I take, my wife and I, we take advantage of all the deductions and everything else that's out there for for businesses to take advantage of. And so there you go. So that's how I know what they have to offer does work. And I know the value of having a team of experts that can go in and do this stuff for you, which means you all don't have to learn this stuff. You really don't. Now I learned it. I had to learn it. But if I could go back and do it all over again and know about this company, I would have just hired them back then and let them do it all for me. But I'm glad I learned it. But through applying the stuff that their experts are going to be doing for you, it helped me get from homeless, to being a self-made millionaire. And didn't happen overnight.
One
took
question I got for you.
About 8.5 years, but it happened. Yes, sir.
Like you say, I ain't trying to get political in that, man. But why, when we get out the military, bro, why we always got to struggle harder than everybody else? I apologize.
Hey, sometimes, but I look at it like this though. The struggle is what makes you great.
Right.
Okay. I mean, I'm not trying to be political, not trying to be whatever this and that, but let's put it this way. When people like us hit rock bottom, we never even contemplate suicide, do we?
No, sir, because we've already been through hell.
Yeah, because the struggle has made us strong. The struggle has made us strong. The struggle is what makes you great. That stuff like that don't even come across our mind. We just buckle down and say, you know what? I just gotta tighten up the belt and get back to work. You know what I'm saying? Cause
yes, sir.
When I became homeless, and I was doing pretty good before I became homeless. Okay, mortgage broker, mortgage industry be doing good. Have a nice home, all that type of stuff. But I was just, the more money I made, the more money I spent.
Right. That's how it goes.
The money I was making was just helping me to keep up with the lifestyle that I was living. I didn't have the financial sense that I have now. To put money in investments, make your money work for you instead of you working for your money. I didn't have that. I was working for my money all the time.
Right.
Now
that's what I'm doing now.
Yeah. Now my money works for me. Okay. My money works for me. I've got investments through Robinhood, through Acorn, through some other investments. And, if I need money, I can go there and pull money out because my money is making money. Okay.
Right.
So back then, when I lost everything, became homeless, not once did give it up ever cross my mind. Not once. No matter how hard it got, walking from the shelter 6 miles to work, and then walking behind a weed eater for 10 hours, and then walking back home, walking back to the shelter. Did that for about 2 years.
That's their boot camp.
Yeah, but never once thought about giving up though. Not once.
You can't. You can't give up in boot camp.
So,
or you can. They make you throw your hand up and say you want to go home nowadays.
So that's all I'm gonna say about that. But look,
right, I got you.
This is a great company. They've got some great services and stuff, and we're gonna make the most out of them. And we're going to, help a lot of people in the trucking industry to better themselves financially, because that's what we're all about with Assurance USA, is helping individuals within the trucking industry to make more money, save more money, or protect them in some type of way. So this is how this falls in line with our core products. All right. Next question. We got about 5 minutes, and we're gonna cut this, and we're gonna bring this to a close. I've got a lot of work I got to do tonight. I've got to finish up those that agreement, and I got to get to work on some stuff for this right here too. So, anybody's got a question? All right. No more questions for tonight. All right, cool. Let's go over to
Hey,
YouTube.
Kevin, I just need you to send me over Mr. Kajil's information as far as his website so that I can get the his logo. That's all I need. This is Tangela. It's Tangela.
You need whose logo?
Mr. Kajil. Remember the
Mr.
business
Kajum.
financial?
Mr. Kajum. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mr. Kajum, are you on here? He's not on here. He called me today, so I'll get that from him and get it over to you. Okay.
All right.
And we want to get to work on something for this too. For the MWR, and so I can show it to them and see if we can get it up so we can have our own specific branding for it. So, okay, all right. But I'll get with him and I'll get that to you on tomorrow. All right, let's go over to YouTube real quick to see what we got over there. All right. Again, we got a lot of people over here on YouTube, y'all. But YouTube been bumping lately, ain't it? All right. Hi, everybody on YouTube. We thank y'all for following us. We thank y'all for participating. I see we got another night of a lot of people here on YouTube that are following us, and we're glad to see you all back for our Q&A sessions. The other trucker James says, "Good evening. Hey James, how you doing? Nice to have you back. Last night, great info. Thank you. Hey, you're welcome. That's what we try to do. We try to put out some great information, stuff that the other people try to keep, under lock and key. We just unlock it and we just throw it out there, and just let y'all have it. Addicted to Pretty said, hi. So I'm so glad I caught you. It's live this time. Yes, it is live. We are live. Cassandra says hello. Hi, Cassandra. Addicted to Pretty says, twice I have been close to booking loads, but sent carrier packet from broker only for the carrier to decline and book themselves on another load at the last minute. How do we prevent that? All right.
Hey, Calvin, you're
I think your sound is off, Calvin.
not hearing you.
I'm back on. All right, now what about now?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Now everybody here can identify with that question. Did y'all hear the question?
Yes.
Okay.
I heard it, but I'm new.
All right. The question is, how do you prevent a carrier from, after you've given them the information on the load, for them saying, nah, I don't want it, then they turn around and they book it themselves anyway? Because that's what they did. They didn't book another load. They went and booked that load. That's what they did. Addicted to a Pretty. To avoid that, here's what you got to do.
She gave her too much information.
Exactly, gave them too much information. To avoid that, you only feed the carrier enough information, right? And you never feed the carrier any information until you have a signed dispatch agreement in place. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to get a signed dispatch agreement in place, which means you got to have some type of script or something that you're pitching to the carrier that gets them interested enough to want to sign on to your dispatch firm, but not enough to where you've given them all the load information. You never ever give up load information before you have a signed dispatch agreement. In fact, it is actually illegal to pass along load information to a carrier without having them under a dispatch agreement. Because remember, as a dispatcher, you are not a broker, okay? You are not supposed to be doing what? Posting loads. or sharing loads with people who you don't have under contract, right?
Correct.
Right, because remember what the statute says. The statute, CFR 371, 49.1 through 49.4, page 9 of the statute for the subsection 49.1. And it states that there is one exception to a properly insured and bonded freight broker, and that is a bona fide agent. 49.2 states that the bona fide agent is described as any individual entity or company that must have a pre-existing agreement with a carrier to find said carrier suitable freight, persuading the said carrier specific criteria. 49.3 goes on to state that said bona fide agent operates under the carrier's authority of the carrier's authority that they have on the contract. And 49.4 goes on and states that said bona fide agent can contract as many carriers or owner operators as they can sufficiently and adequately service. Okay. Now, with that being said, you must have, before you start sharing any load information, you can't post loads because you don't take ownership of freight. You can only locate freight. And you can only locate freight for the carrier you have under contract that fits that carrier's specific criteria. Okay, so you can't just go out there and get a bunch of loads and just shotgun them out and say, hey, look at these loads. Does anybody want them? You can't do that. You're not a broker. A broker can do that. You can't do that. You don't have an authority to do that. You're not bonded. None of that. Only a broker can do that. Okay, in order for you to stay legal, you can only present loads to the carriers you already have under contract, and you can only present the loads to them that fits their criteria. So in other words, when you contract the carrier, you then must find out what type of loads they want. Mr. Carrier, what type of loads you need? Well, I want loads that's paying me this amount of money. I want loads that run me in this area. I want loads that has no more weight than this right here. I want loads that are dry van loads or reefer loads or flatbed loads. Now, once you have all that established, then you go out and you find the loads that fits their criteria. And when you find those loads, you come back to them and then you present them with the options. Mr. Carrier, I have this load right here that picks up on Tuesday. It's picking up from the Dallas-Fort Worth area. You don't tell them exactly where it's picking up. It picks up from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, which is where you are right now. Okay? And it's going out to Alabama. And it's here, right? It's going out to Alabama. It's currently paying this amount of money. Now, you haven't given them the specifics. You've given them vague stuff. It's picking up somewhere in Dallas. It's going somewhere in Alabama. It's paying just been a cents per mile. You see what you're doing? You're protecting yourself. And you're only doing this to carriers you already have under contract, which means they are legally obligated, right? Or legally not permitted to run around you and grab the loads themselves after you have presented it to them. And if they do, then you can file a claim, right, against their authority for misconduct. Because now they've done what? They breached your contract. That's why you never share information with a carrier you do not have under contract. All right. Hopefully I was able to answer your question there, Miss Addicted to Pretty. All right. James Best says possibly charge weekly versus per load. Yep, that too. Okay. Why does it sound like a pyramid scheme? Did I miss something? Cassandra, I guess she's talking about MWR. I would advise you to look up MWR and do your research, because we just did about 3 days worth of research, and it does have a multi-level marketing aspect to it. But if you look at their websites and everything about them, you would notice that they only have one video that talks about their business structure. Everything else that they do, all the other 6 or 7 videos on their website, focuses on their services. Most pyramid schemes only focus on the business side of what they're doing. Pyramid schemes don't have a service. They don't have a product. They just have people that they recruit. That's all they have, okay? But when you have a service, like a team of experts that are going to help repair your credit, they're going to help you to change your to lower your tax status, your tax debt, your tax liability. They're going to help you to save money and help you to invest that money. They're going to educate you on a whole bunch of stuff. Those are services that people pay lots of money for. Okay, and those are legitimate services. Okay, so those are legitimate services. Now, if you don't want to become part of the business of MWR, don't. Just get their services. And their services will still make you financially fit. They will improve your financial health. That's what's different between a pyramid scam and something that is actually legitimate. Okay? Pyramid scams don't have services. They don't have, any type of real products. They just don't. And all of their literature, all of their promos, everything is about working the business, and there's nothing about the services or the products. This is just the opposite. Everything they talk about is about the services, the product, how the products can help you to lower your taxes, help you to save more money, help you to increase your take-home pay, help you to invest the savings that you have, help you to invest in land, help you to turn your money into a money maker, help you to turn yourself into your own bank. None of that has anything to do with the business side of it. Business side, if you decide you want to become a financial wealth provider or an associate, then yes, you can. But there's nothing says that you have to do that. That's not a requirement. Okay. All right. Who is on here? Addicted to Pretty, the other trucking James Best. I haven't booked a load for this particular carrier yet. Are you saying charge weekly even if I don't dispatch them that week? All right. We have what's called flat fee dispatching with Assurance USA. Carriers pay $250 per week for us to dispatch them. Now, we go a little bit further than just saying we got to dispatch you for $250 a week. We go a little further. We offer them a minimum rate per mile guarantee. And we actually find them freight, all during the week. And we dispatch them for just that $250. Now, our pay plan is different than other dispatch firms because we are set up as branches and member specialists instead of dispatchers and things of that nature. So our people get paid residual income. They get residuals from that $250 a week. They get residuals from our owner op program. They get residuals from that $2,500 a month. They get residuals from, just about everything that we do, they get residuals from it. So their monthly income grows as they add more and more people to their dispatch, to our dispatch, to our flat fee dispatch. As they add more and more owner operators to our owner op program, as they add more and more people onto just about everything we get, everything we do, they get their commission residual 25%, and on the some stuff up to 40%. So as they add more stuff, their income goes up, 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 and up every month. And there's nothing better than being paid on residuals. Because if you add 10 dispatch clients per month, each of them that's $1,000 per month. And if you're getting 25% of what the branch gets, because the branch gets 25% of that $1,000. So the branch is getting what? $625, something like that? I'm sorry, $250. The member specialist is getting what? $62.50. All right, that doesn't sound like a lot. But if you're doing 10 of those, $62.50 becomes $600 and $25, right? Something like that. $625. So if you add 10 the next month, you're making almost $1,300. You add 10 the next month, now you're making what? $1,300 plus $625. Y'all see how that works? So by the time you reach your 10th month, right? All your carriers you added on, they're still paying that $1,000 a month, that $250 a week. Your income is now $6,250 per month. And plus we give you a bonus on top of that because they reached the 10th month, and we give you a bonus on the total amount of money that they paid in for those 10 months. Well, each one of them was paid a total of $10,000 in for the 10th month. That's $100,000 that you're getting 25% of what the branch gets. So you're getting 25% of $25,000. That's another $6,250. So now your monthly residual is now what? $13,000 plus per month. All that in just 10 months. Versus if you're out there dispatching the way y'all do it, right? You're charging a percentage, right? You got to keep doing the same thing in order to get the same money. You see the difference in that? See,
I got you.
That's the difference between working smart and working hard. That's the difference between sacrificing up front in order to benefit a whole lot more later. That's a big difference. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's how we operate through the Assurance USA. Who else has a question here? Interested in the service? Yes. If they are not willing to pay weekly, odds are they will accept a load from you when they have zero luck themselves. All right. Yeah, so we got them talking back and forth about that. Load carrier for them to try to ask questions. You work hard to find the right load. Yep. Provide such a service that they have no desire to do it themselves. Exactly. Provide great service. Thank you is so frustrating. Yeah. But it's only frustrating because you're not taking the proper precautions. You're not, you don't seem to have structure. And that's what we provide within the National Dispatchers Network. You know, everybody that joins the National Dispatchers Network, they have a structure. Why? Because when they come into it, one of the first things they see when you go into your back office, what's the first thing y'all see when you go into y'all go into your back office? Something that said, watch this video first, right? Right? When you come up, remember the National Dispatch Network, the first thing you see when you come to the back office, you see this right here. Start with this video. Well, this video pretty much tells you where everything is here in the back office, how everything works, and how to get to everything. So you get a good understanding where everything is and what it's for. Your second set of videos is How to Dispatch series, which is a series of 6 videos that walks you through the steps from finding a carrier to getting paid. It walks you through all the steps, okay? And it covers, load management. It covers the agreement you have with the carrier, your dispatch agreement. It covers how you are to conduct yourself with the brokers and what you are to tell them, what you are to tell your carrier, and what you are not to tell your carrier. It covers all that. But the main thing is you never, ever, ever, ever give a carrier information on loads that you do not have under contract. Because that contract is what protects you. Until you have them written on this, signed on the dotted line with your dispatch agreement, which is a legally binding contract, then you don't have nothing. Okay? So get them signed up to a contract, and when you send them the invoice, every time I send a carrier an invoice, I send them a copy of the dispatch agreement that they signed. I also send them a copy of the rate confirmation that they signed. I also send them a copy of the BOL that they sent over to be sent over to what's called. Why do you do this? Because you reinforce the fact that I've got you if you try this, if you try to ump me, right? So that's why you want to send that stuff. You want to remind them that I got your signature. I got your information. I got you on the contract. And here's the proof that this load was provided by me to you. Here's the proof that you ran and picked up that load. Here's the proof that you delivered that load and sent me the BOL. That's why you want to be the go-between between everything that goes on, so you want to have a paper trail of everything. So when the time comes for you to invoice them and get your money, you don't have any, lip about, well, I'm not going to pay you. I don't, yeah, you are. Or I'm going to have your authority revoked by filing with the Federal Motor Carrier Association and the Federal Bond Service. Okay? So, because remember, always, this is a business. So conduct yourselves as if this is a business at all times. All right. A couple more questions over here on YouTube. Well, YouTube jumping tonight. Let's see here. Yada Man says, seems like the only way to be a first-year broker is to have a job. Yeah, I would not be a first-year broker. Brokering your first year is not a good idea. A lot more hassle than what it's worth. You're gonna spend a lot of money, and you're not gonna make a whole lot of money your first year, unless you're going to work for a big mega brokerage firm that pays really, 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 really well. Okay. Yada, you may find a job as an agent, but difficult to do without a book of exactly. So that's why you want to start out as an independent dispatch firm. Okay, to build your clientele, build your book of business, gain the knowledge, gain the experience, build the relationships within the industry, and put away some money. Okay, that's why you want to start out as an independent dispatch firm. Yes, much less overhead. See, someone is echoing what we're saying. My bad, I misread. Okay, the other trucker best. Oh, thank you, but I have $26K to invest in this business. I have my CDL, and I've been driving for only 2 years, but I want to be a broker, willing to put in the work. Unfortunately, work is not the only thing you're going to need to be a broker. And I hate to tell you, $26,000 ain't near enough. Okay, now, if you want to be a broker, you better have yourself about $200K. Okay, not $26,000. Because the only way you're going to get a shipper to work with you if you don't have these things, and let me write them down for you. Okay, you got to have that bond, $75,000 bond. Yeah, you got enough money to get your bond. Okay, you got to have that insurance, $750,000 up to $1.2 million. You got enough money to get your insurance. But here's what you don't have. You don't have at least 7 references from businesses that you've done business with who can attest to the fact in writing that you have done $300,000 worth of business with them for 6 months consecutively without a break. You don't have that. You probably do not have a Dun & Bradstreet PEDEX score of 92, and the best you can get is 100. You probably don't have that. Okay? So if you don't have those things, guess what? Shipper ain't gonna work with you. And another thing you don't have that shippers want, you don't have at least 9 to 11 months of seasoning on your bond. You probably don't have that either. So that little $26,000 ain't gonna get you nowhere when it comes to being a broker. It's gonna wind up being dwindled down, and you're gonna be broke, and you're gonna wind up going out of business around your 8th or 9th month. Because 92.6% of all first-year brokers go out of business within the first 10 months. That's a fact. Those are the hard facts. The only way you're going to get a shipper to work with you as a first-year broker, if you don't have those other things, you got to be able to prepay for at least 20% of the freight that they're going to give you ownership of. And the smallest shipper I know has $1 million worth of freight. So if you don't have $200K laying around somewhere that you don't need, you can forget that. Okay? Now I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I give you to you like it is. I don't cut corners. I'm not gonna give you any misinformation. I'm gonna let you know exactly what it is, because I don't want you to go out there and spend your money thinking you're gonna make a lot of money as a broker your first year when I know you are not. Okay? All right. Let's see here. Who do we have here? But it seems like damn how I'm gonna live is okay. All right. So that does it for you two. All right. Been a very eventful night for Q&A.
Okay. Gavin, I got one more question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I was talking to you earlier about that dispatch agreement paper right there where it say RBBS logistics out there. I put my own thing in there, right?
Yeah, you got to replace everything that has our information. You're going to replace it with your information. Because remember, you're working for yourself. You don't work for us. You're not an agent for us. We don't touch any of your money. Y'all simply pay us $29.95 a month, or $39, just wherever you came in at. You're simply paying us to access our back office tools, resources, training, support, and our network. Okay?
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, everybody. It's been a
quick question, Calvin.
Yes, sir.
The invoice I'm sending you, does it do I add taxes to it or no?
For what's the invoice for?
This is the
your commission?
Yeah.
No, you don't get paid. We don't.
I'm just asking a question.
$7.99.
No.
Want to be straight, right?
All right. So if you were selling cars, you got paid on commission. You want your employer to pay you taxes? You want the commission to include? No.
Hey, I just want to be sure we're on the same page.
No, just send me an invoice.
All right.
For the what is it? 325, I think what it is. 250 plus 125.
375.
Yeah, for just 375.
All right, we're on the same page.
Yeah, you want me to pay your taxes too, huh? Look, we're generous. We ain't that generous. Okay. All I can tell you is when I call you, get ready to get signed up for MWR so they can show you how to.
Yeah, I'm always by the phone.
How to get by paying on those taxes, okay? Look, I'm gonna tell y'all though, that MWR, the stuff that they have, it really works. Look, I've been following this gentleman, Mr. Bean, who is their official spokesperson, and I didn't even know who MWR was. I just knew I was following him. I had been following his YouTube channel for about 6 years, 7 years. For those of you who are on YouTube who don't know, 10 years ago I was homeless. Started my first business from the homeless shelter right here in Tallahassee. And Mr. Bean, his YouTube channel was one of the things that I kind of plugged into when I was homeless to kind of re-educate myself on money and finance and how I thought about money and how I perceived it. He started talking. I was following him and listening to him on how to make good money without paying taxes, what deductions you can take, how to deduct, how to establish your business, what to set it up as, what's going to give you your biggest tax breaks and all that type of stuff. I started listening to him on how to reinvest your money that you save. Don't go back out and spend it. Find ways to reinvest the money that you save. Make your money go to work for you, because money does not get tired. It doesn't get sleepy. It doesn't have headaches. It doesn't have an attitude. It doesn't have a bad day. All money knows how to do is make more money if you put it in the right position. Okay? So I started following the stuff that they have, they're experts to do for you with MWR, and through following his advice and his YouTube channel, he was instrumental. I'm not saying that's the only reason why I went from that and became a self-made millionaire, but I'm saying his stuff played a big part in it, because it helped to re-educate me. Okay? It helped to re-educate me. And it showed me the things that I needed to be doing versus the things that I was doing that caused me to wind up homeless. And I'm gonna tell you, if I could use their strategies and stuff that they were putting out and figure it out for myself and use it and go from being homeless. When I say homeless, I mean exactly that. No car, no money, no job. I was homeless. Okay? Staying at the shelter. If you don't believe me, look it up on YouTube. Diaries of a Homeless Entrepreneur. I've been recording ever since. Okay? You can look it up. And I was a pretty rough looking fella back then, because times were bad. A lot of y'all have seen those videos. Times were bad. I didn't have the place I'm living in now. Okay, it wasn't like this at all. Didn't have the Range Rover or the Cadillac or the Jaguar. Didn't have any of that stuff. Didn't even have a bicycle. So if you go back and look at those videos, which was just 9-10 years ago, and you look at where I am now, that's how I can look at this stuff right here and say, yes, this stuff works. Because I know it. I'm not telling you from what I heard or from what I read or from what I seen someone else do. I'm telling you from personal experience. It works. Okay? It works. All right? If any of y'all want to go look that up, you can look it up on YouTube. You can Google it, called Diaries of a Homeless Entrepreneur. Pull it up real quick so y'all can kind of take a quick look at it. But it's all over YouTube. If you go to YouTube and you put in Diary of a Homeless Entrepreneur. Trepreneur. That's a hard word to spell. entrepreneur. But there it is right there. There's me, my little pretty face. And I've got more than a couple hundred videos under this this YouTube channel. Diaries of a Homeless Entrepreneur and Financial Freedom by design. And these are, if you go over here to the playlist, if you click the playlist and you click here, I have 59 videos under failure was never an option. Okay, you can click on it, a beautiful list, and it pretty much gives you everything in order. The first day I became homeless was right here. When I bought, when I bought a used laptop at the pawn shop, $60. And I got a $40 Boost mobile phone, and I started recording. My first day homeless was right there, and I've been recording ever since. So you get to see the journey. You get to see where I went from and how I progressed and what I kind of dabbled into, and the changes and things that I made in my life, and how I progressed up until you see where I am right now. Okay, so and this is in real time. This is not like something that I did that I went back and started filming. No. This is all done in real time as it was happening. So that's how authentic it is. Now, some people will say, "Well, how did you know you was gonna do it?" Well, I didn't. That's why you have faith, right? That's what faith is for. I didn't, quote unquote, know that I was gonna go from being homeless to a multimillionaire. I knew I wanted to. I knew I had it within me to do so. I knew that much. But did I know what that I was going to accomplish it? No, but I had faith, and I kept putting one foot in front of another, and I kept working. I kept learning, and I learned from people who knew better than me. That's what it means to be a good entrepreneur. You surround yourself with people who know better than you. Never ever listen to the masses, because here's what I say about the majority of people. We all know that only 10% of the world's population is wealthy. Think about that. Only 10% of the world's population is wealthy, and only 1% is independently wealthy. So if that's the case, why are you listening to the other 90% of the people who ain't done a damn thing? That makes no sense whatsoever. Okay, so all these people that tells you, well, you can't do this, or no, this is not how it's done. No, that's a scam. You can't do this, can't do that, can't do this, can't do that. They're telling you that because they ain't done a damn thing. Don't listen to those people. Go seek out the people who have done it. Go seek out the people who are part of that 10%. Seek out the people who are part of that 1%. Because those are the people I want to listen to, because those are the people that I want to be like. I don't want to be like the people that's there at the homeless shelter with me and telling me, man, you crazy to think you're going to start a business from the homeless shelter. Who do you think you is? I had a lot of people telling me that. But I only had one person or two people telling me, hey, man, go for it. I believe you can do it. Just stay on path. So you ain't going to have that many people telling you that. But you have a whole bunch of people that tells you the other thing. Your family, your friends, everybody, your coworkers, they'll tell you, you can't do it. That's because they're telling you that because they couldn't do it, or they don't want to do it, or they're afraid to do it. So stop listening to the 90% of people who ain't doing a damn thing, and start listening to the 10 and 1% who are doing great things. With that, we're going to close that out. Thank you all. I appreciate you all for joining us for another episode of Q&A Wednesday. Our next time to get together will be this Saturday. This Saturday, we will have a special guest, Mr. Bean from MWR will be here. Pull him up real quick so y'all can get a look at who he is. Mr. Bean will be here from there he is right here. So this gentleman right here, standing in front of this Rolls Royce. I've been following this gentleman for a very long time, and did not know he was he was with MWR. I mean, I didn't know it. I just know I followed his advice, and his advice helped me to be where I am today. So so this is who would be here on
when she came
Saturday. He will be here Saturday with us for our 6 Figures Booking Straight from Home show. He's going to be telling us about MWR and some of his concepts and how this whole thing works and why it is great for everyday ordinary people to have financial advisors, have experts, financial experts to guide them through the pitfalls and minefields so that you can reach financial independence, so that you can have good financial growth and have good financial health. Save money, not pay as much in taxes, reinvest your money, how to turn yourself into your own bank, all those types of things. This gentleman is going to show you exactly how to do that through MWR, and he's going to be here with us this Saturday. So I feel very blessed to have him on board and for us to partner with them, and we're going to do some great things. So as y'all can see, this young man has had this type of mindset for a long time. I wish I had this mindset when I was his age. When I was a young man like that. I mean, there's no telling where I'd be now. But I consider him a mentor, even though I'm probably old enough to be his daddy. but like I said, I listen to people who know better than me. Okay, and those are the people you want to surround yourself with. Those are the people you want to listen to. You don't want to listen to people who work in a 9 to 5, because you don't want to be working a 9 to 5. So why you listen to people who work in a 9 to 5? You don't want to listen to people who live in paycheck to paycheck. You don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. So why listen to people who are living paycheck to paycheck? Right? That don't make no sense. That dog ain't gonna never hunt for you. I mean, that's worse than a 2-legged coon dog trying to hunt coon. That dog ain't gonna never treat no coon. Okay, so don't listen to him. All right, everybody. I will see y'all back here on Saturday. Don't forget, those of you who want to get involved with the NWR, give me a call. Send me the emails so I can put you on the list so I can contact you all. Branch owners, I'm going to be contacting you all first.
What's the investment with MWR?
Whatever it is, I'm paying it.
Okay.
I'm paying your initial cost, your initial startup. The initial startup, I think, is $218. If you just if you are not going to do the business, if you just want the service, now I'm not paying for that. If you just want the service, it's just $79 per month.
I want the business.
All right. If you want to do the business and the service, it's $218 for your initial startup, and then it's $17 per month. But we're going to give you your first 3 people. We're going to stack the first 3 people under you. And then all you've got to do is just sell one person on the service side, $79 a month, to have the experts to revamp their financial situation and guide them, to more money, more savings, less taxes, all that type of stuff. If you sell just one of those, then the business pays for itself. You won't have a monthly payment. Then all you got to concentrate on then is just showing people what you have to offer them and help them to better their financial situation. And then you will grow within the business. You'll have access to your experts, and you have a business that works and a business that produces results. Okay?
Okay.
That's where we are with that. All right, everybody. I will see you all on Saturday. Y'all have a good night.
All right.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Verde.